Everyone, and welcome to the Norfolk coast, and I'm on a beach, but I've come to find what looks like the remains of a disused railway on a beach. I'm between Munsley and Cromer, pretty much a place called Trimingham, and you can see the cliffs behind me, a lot of erosion, and the sea is just over there. But I've come to look at something that is absolutely astounding, and there were two reasons why this could be here, and I'll explain a little bit about it as and when I actually show you what it is. So I'm going to come around here and I'm going to show you, without falling over, this. We've got an old piece of industrial narrow gauge railway line in the middle of a Norfolk beach. Look at that, slight curve to both rails, and it's in situ. Look, that has been there. It's got to be made of iron. I'm going to say that's made of iron. Now, there's two likely reasons that these are sat here in the first place, and the first one I'm less inclined to believe. They were put in there when the new breakers was put up for the waves after a lot of flooding and bad weather in 1953, but they look a little bit older than that. Now, the second reason I'm more inclined to believe is they was actually put in place to move and transport discarded bombs and war material from World War II, where they were then taken to a safer location along the beach away from populated areas to discard all manner of these wartime materials. Now, there's a little bit more over there that I'm going to show you. You can see where the waves and the tide and the sea have just whipped it up and left it where it is. I'm going to take you over and show you. Look at this, exactly the same. Now, this is made out of iron. The rails are iron and the sleepers are also iron. I can take you all the way along it. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sleepers in this section of rail, and it's just amazing. Look at it. What a piece of history that is indeed. And that there is potentially one of the old, what you call fish plates on a normal railway line, that held two rails or section of track together. Now, once I looked into everything I'd seen that day and filmed and took pictures of, I did a little more research online, and another version of events came to light. In 1974, a construction railway was apparently positioned behind the concrete and wooden defences as they were being built, but multiple cliff collapses left equipment damaged and forced the abandonment of the sections of track. So we've now got a third version of events of when this railway was built. But looking at this picture in particular I'm showing you now, this looks a lot older than 1974. It may just be that it's grainy and black and white, but for 1974 I'd have thought it was more likely that these photographs would have been taken in colour. Who knows? Somebody out there hopefully does. And if we take a look at Google Maps to see exactly where we are, we're just down on Trimingham Beach. And looking at this map dating back to 1906, you can see where's the mark of the ordinary tide and the mark of the high ordinary tide. And finally, we can jump over to a very reliable source of maps which show us where former railway lines, industrial lines and narrow gauge railways are. You can see the blue line on the left hand side. That is the line that ran from Cromer off towards North Walsham. But you can see along the beach there's no such marking of any kind of railway line whatsoever. Right, just left those two pieces of railway track behind, and this is the remains of an old lorry. Look at this. Look at that. So that's clearly come crashing down there at some point, and that is unbelievable, isn't it? The fact it's laying the right way up as well. The rusted mess and hulk of this lorry. Look at all the stones. It's been washed between the wheel rim and the tyre and just lodged there over time. Right, the railway track history gets even better. You know, you thought it was good when we saw those two pieces of track back there. Now it looks like an entire Hornby railway set has been dumped on the floor here on this beach. Come and take a look at this. is absolutely loads of this stuff, and there's a section here, it's even upside down, so we get a better understanding of what the sleepers are actually like. Look, they're hollowed out underneath the iron, and you can see the rivets, large rivets just there. It's been welded in there to hold it all together. And the angle here is clearly was a curve of some sort by the positioning of those iron sleepers. There's more of it, look at it. Look at this long section here. I don't know how far this is actually going to go on, but I can see it quite a way further down there. Dead ahead of me, there's quite a long section, and it's very snake-like, but it's all still joined together. I'd say it must be the length of about a standard swimming pool. Take a look at this. It starts just there, look. You can see it goes all the way up there. I don't think there's much more beyond this. So I've checked historically, there was never anything up the top that had anything like this, like a narrow gauge industrial railway. So it's not something, you can see the way it's just in this long section, it's not come down there off cliff top erosion. So again, you can see where this track, the sections are actually joined together. Look, we've got the fish plates with two bolts on either side. You can just make out a gap in the rail just there. Exactly the same on the other side. We'll go along back the way we just come from, and we'll see if we can find the next joint. There we go, look, it's just there, look. 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. Same on the other side, and the gap in the rail is right about there. On the other side is two discarded pieces of rail, look. It's probably never used. See, it looks actually a completely different depth. That's a different width, isn't it? It may have had nothing to do with this, because that is quite a shallow piece of track just there. And it appears that it's just one rail that tapers off and then disappears for good. You can see where there was another piece attached, look, at the other end, but it has gone. Could be buried, it could be washed away down there, who knows. Hope you enjoyed looking at this very short video of this old railway hidden away on the Norfolk beach. You need to get yourself down here if you can. Come and have a look, because it's extraordinary, and who knows how long it'll be before they bring sand out from the ocean and bury it all once again. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'm Ant from Norfolk. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.